Welcome to another episode of Let's Smoke About It with your host, Captain Daddy.
Oh, Monkey Paws! And the Creampuff.
Hello.
Got the Creampuff right here.
Hello, Creamy.
Hi. Hi, Captain. How are you?
Ooh, I got it.
Oh, damn. Kitty got scared.
Kitty got real scared. Well, hello, everybody. How are you?
It's been a while.
How are you over there?
Oh, I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic. I'm exhausted from doing just like a week's worth of yard work.
I said I haven't seen you for a week.
Yeah, just out in the... You haven't seen me longer than a week. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've been scared. Where'd you go?
I miss you so.
Seems like it's been forever since you've been gone. Where'd you go? Seriously, all of our faithful listeners, where did you go? How have you been? How's your week's been leading up until this point?
I wonder if this is any better. No, this kind of sucks.
Does it? Well, yeah, because you're leaning down into the microphone the whole time. That's just an awful positioning, Captain Daddy. I wouldn't want you to hurt your back while you're sucking that robotic dick.
Just really carrying the team. That's why my back hurts all the time.
I will kill everyone you love. My name is Robot Dick. If you guys haven't already, go check out Laser Fart on YouTube.
Don, put a picture of that up.
Please, Don.
Let them see it.
Before we go any further, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. That way you know whenever we drop a new video. We do have the podcast available on Spotify, all 32. This is going to be episode 33, of readily available for your listening pleasure while you're at commuting to work, or if you're at work, or if you're sitting at home and you got nothing better to do. Take a listen. Give us a gander. We also have a bunch of live action videos on YouTube as well as a bunch of gameplay videos. So share it with all your friends. Be sure to tell them, hey, we're super cool. We know exactly what we're doing. We're professionals. And at the very least, they could, watch our shit.
I mean, sometimes we're pretty funny. I like to think we're funny.
We have our moments, Above all else, we have our moments.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's been some very hilarious times.
I'd definitely like to go back to our first couple of episodes every once in a while, because that shit to me is just hilarious to see where we started. Compared to where we're at of the podcast.
Of the podcast?
Yeah.
Talk about my Winnebago.
The Winnebago!
And aliens, man. Fucking aliens.
Yep. That was... Our first episode, we were definitely trying to be, more scholarly in how we came about our conversations, rather than just hip fire and random bullshit. But, evolution happens. That's science.
I'd rather be me than trying to be something else.
Exactly.
Sometimes just like talking about random stuff.
At the end of the day, we gotta be us.
Sometimes I like to learn new things. And sometimes those random conversations, I learn a new piece of information.
Exactly.
May not be important, may not use it later in life, but hey, I learned it. New piece of information.
You never know. It could be a random conversation that you have with a stranger while you're outside smoking a cigarette at your local bar.
And he drops a heroin pack.
And he drops a heroin pack, like a pre-rolled pack of heroin.
You don't roll your heroin?
There's just a bunch of, they just have little, it literally just looks like a pre-rolled joint, but it's just got a miniature spoon on it, and it's just a full casing of just crack rocks, so you can just heat up the spoon wherever you're at.
It's like those
comes
ice
with
creams.
A little needle.
It's like those ice creams with the wooden spoon on the top, but it's heroin.
Exactly.
You just gotta snap the spoon out.
Yep, you just snap the spoon out, dump all your heroin onto that spoon. Comes with a little mini needle syringe that you can just inject right into your shit.
Honestly, all you need is just your own lighter. Bring your own fire source.
Bring your own source of fire, which any pre-roll pack will tell you. It does not come with its own source of fire.
I feel like pre-roll packs should have a match.
That'd be sweet. Just a single match, or it would come with a full box of 20.
A tiny little pack of matches.
That'd be sweet. You just have to make the packs a little bit bigger.
Just make them the size of a cigarette pack.
I was gonna say, because if you look at traditional pre-roll packs, they're definitely smaller.
There has been a couple that we've come across that really have matches in them, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
they're
genius.
So cute. They're just the cutest tiny little box of matches.
That's
or
genius.
Sometimes it'll have just one match in there, and it'll have the thing on the side that you can just strike it.
Is it like the reusable matches?
No.
Oh.
It's just one wooden match.
Oh,
It just
I gotcha.
comes in the little pre-roll case.
I was gonna say, because those reusable matches are sweet. They're just made out of metal, and they just have that continuous source, and the container cool. You just stick the match in and it douses it. Those are sweet. I'd like to get one of those. But I also like to get Zippos as well.
Zippos are sweet.
I love a Zippo.
Just as long as you remember to get a new fuse and refuel it.
Yeah, refuel, new fuse, new cotton if you need it, new flint.
New cotton flint and steel.
New cotton flint.
Cotton flint and steel, man. Just replace the whole thing. New zippo.
Exactly. Just buy a new one.
And then
just,
you have
just collect the cases at that point.
Well, because you could just constantly fill it up and change it. Yeah,
Exactly.
no, fuck it.
Just get a new Zippos. Yeah. If
have
they
a
weren't
shelf
like
in the
$15 to $20 per.
Holy crap, really?
Yeah, no, that's why I don't get them. Is because it makes way more sense to buy like
A Bic?
the $1.15 like Bic at a
The crack-looking lighters, the see-through ones.
the big smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those ones are weird.
Yeah, definitely don't. Well, the only cool thing about it is that you can adjust the flame on them.
Yeah, but they also do the one thing that people supposedly hate about lighters. It gets rid of the little guard.
Yeah, they don't have
Do
them
you
on
take
there.
your guard off on that?
I used to. On all my lighters, I used to take the guard off.
To me, it didn't matter, and I always got harped on it like, why don't
My-
you take your guard off? I'm
It's
like, why?
just because you can sit there, like with the guard off, you can sit there and just like roll your flint, and then after a little while, you can light it up, and then there's a bunch of sparks, or you can roll the flint out, and then dab it onto like the fat of your thumb, and then you snap and light it, and then a bunch of sparks will come off your hand.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like a Zippo in a way, in terms of like just for show.
So
There's
just
just
like
little
some
things here
lighter
and there.
tricks
Yeah.
and shit.
I never understood that because everybody I knew, like back home, did it too. And
Oh, it took the guard off?
Yeah, took the guard off, and I just never understood it.
Yeah, it's literally just so you can do little things here and there. There's no point and purpose other than that, because you don't like a Zippo. How you would replace everything on there, you don't adjust anything on a Bic. You don't
No.
replace any of it.
I don't even refill them, and they're refillable.
They are refillable, and I've never
I've
never
never
even
filled it up
considered
either.
it. Yeah, because going out and buying a thing of butane or whatever is way more expensive than just going and even buying like a 20-pack of like Bic lighters. So what's the point?
Yeah, I can spend $5 and I got 20 lighters.
Exactly.
So no,
They
I'm
do
not
have
going to
some
refill.
really fancy ones though, because they have cat ones.
Oh, with the different designs.
Yeah, I
on
have
it.
a peacock one.
Yeah,
I have
but
cat one.
See, and that's another problem with them is they're just plastic, so they eventually fall off.
Yeah.
Now,
gonna
if it
say,
was
if you
etched
use
into the
it-
lighter,
Yeah, if you were to use it a lot, that'd be different. Well, but that's the same thing with Zippos. Sure, they might have like different colors to them, but essentially those stickers are all just stickers. Like they very rarely have anything truly etched into them.
yeah, but you can
Yeah.
get the ones that can be etched in because it
Well,
is
yeah.
steel, so you can etch stuff into
It's
it.
not steel.
It's a metal.
It's a metal, but it ain't steel.
What is it? Aluminum? I don't think
Probably
so.
like-
I was
Like
gonna.
a
I don't.
mix.
It's probably
Titanium.
Oof. Could you imagine a tungsten Zippo?
It's a-
just how
Oh
heavy
my
that would be. Have
God.
you ever had a tungsten ring on your hand?
No.
Back in previous relationships, I had a tungsten ring, and that thing felt like just a smaller version of a brass knuckle, just on my hand at all times. I'm
Really?
like,
They
man,
are
my jab
super
is gonna
heavy.
hurt. They're very heavy.
I'm about to pop someone with this ring.
Yeah, but
Probably
so
even heavier than that ring I made you.
So God, I will hit you with my ring hand.
bam. But now, and that's a small amount of the material in terms of like how heavy it is.
Right.
Now, if you throw a whole Zippo on there, that shit could be close to like a pound.
So that'd be. I can
I'm not
use my
saying-
Zippo as a defense.
Exactly. Like at that point, you would just like I can light you on fire, or I can use it as knuckle backup. You choose. Like,
Or just huck it like a baseball, man.
that'd be an expensive lighter though, and I definitely wouldn't want to just throw it.
No, I
It's like
wouldn't.
Don's.
I mean, if you had to, though, like...
you could if you really needed to,
you
but that's
really
like Don's
needed to?
cover for his Bics that he gets.
Oh
Like
yeah,
he's
that
used that
silver
for
thing.
the longest time. Like
Oh
ever
my
since
God,
I've
he's had
known him,
that
I'm pretty
the
sure he's
entire
had
time
it.
I've known him.
Yeah.
See, those things are cool.
Oh yeah.
Those,
That makes more sense to invest in rather than like just different Bics with different stickers on
We
them.
have a bedazzled one.
Well, and also it's
Bedazzled
like
Bic?
No, a
Oh.
bedazzled case.
Oh.
so when we're moving furniture and all that stuff, I saw it just lying at someone's house. Just
That
sitting
same
there.
one, the one that he has?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
wow.
no, the
No,
one that I
ours.
have.
Oh, I got you.
Saw it just laying on the table that we were taking, and I'm like, okay, well, that's mine now.
Kind of snizatch that.
Thank you for that.
Thanks, man. Appreciate your contribution to the cause.
Tim,
You're over there fiddle farting with that like crazy,
This
man.
fucking-
It
Mike,
keeps tipping
dude.
over.
But it's the new headstock. Like what's?
Well,
what
I'm
could
trying to
possibly-
get it in a good spot to where,
Oh, so it doesn't. Keep
well, to where I
messing
can
up.
sit comfortably.
Dude, you're on a couch. You have an infinite amount of possibilities for sitting
But
comfortably.
I can't.
I'm
sit.
sitting the way I normally sit on the couch.
I was gonna say
so-
she hasn't fidgeted once. You're over here, dick out for Harambe, and he's been dead for 5 years.
I've had my dick out
Wish
the
he
whole
had
time.
his dick out for me.
It's
I'm just kidding.
I can't believe it's been that long since our dear Harambe died and sent the world into fucking chaos.
I know
When
that
Hara-
was crazy.
When Harambe died, that's when we entered the simulation. His death was the start of the simulation.
Exactly. Like why? It was George Floyd before George Floyd happened.
No, George Floyd is just putting us in the next step of the simulation.
Well, yeah.
Like, that's that turning
But
point.
well, that's what I'm saying is that's the next step. Whereas Harambe started the
Yeah.
simulation, so
Yeah.
he was George Floyd before George Floyd even.
No,
was an issue.
Harambe is Harambe.
Harambe is
you-
OG. Don't you dare compare.
Yeah, don't you call Harambe anything other than Harambe. George Floyd, if anything, was Harambe.
I still love
2.0.
whenever like a meme dies or any one of like importance dies, and then it shows like the group of people up at heaven. Like Harambe is like God.
Always
Like
there.
he's just dead center. Like the sun rays are coming out from behind him. It's just Harambe, and then everyone else is on the side. I love that shit.
That's
It's like
true.
he was so important, and people don't realize that a gorilla that no one had ever heard of. As soon as he tried to protect a boy from all these angry people because they were fed up and sacrificed him to the gorilla pit, he's like, you know what? I'm going to save this child.
This child's
And then
mine
all
now.
the humans got really confused. They were like, no, we have to kill this gorilla now. Why?
Dad,
That's a 1,500-pound gorilla. That's a 30-pound child. Well, don't throw your kid into the gorilla pit. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Dad,
Don't
can
let
you
him
tell me
crawl
about
in
the year
there like a
2016?
dumbass.
I love those memes too, where it's just like, Dad, tell me a story about like when you were a young adult. It's like, all right, it's like smokes cigarette, takes a shot
Takes
of
a
whiskey.
shot.
It all started with this fucking gorilla. It's so funny. It just
That's so
it
funny. That's
cracks me
gonna-
up every
yeah,
time.
that's
And it's
definitely gonna be-
100%. The thing is I don't remember like the smaller things, right? So like in 2020 specifically, obviously, it was Amazon was on fire, or no, Australia was on fire. Then
The Amazon.
No, Amazon was on fire before that, because remember that's when we went to Milkman's redo bachelor party, which we talked about in the previous episode, and I was buying everybody a dance from that one stripper.
Oh, yeah.
And Ace just talked to her about that the whole time.
About
like from the time that she came up and started talking to us to after their dance was done. He was talking about the Amazon rainforest being on fire the whole time, just like a kid in a candy store. It was great. I love it. I
Real-
love that story too,
Real
because
conservative. Or,
you could just see
conservationist?
like just the light in his eyes. Yeah, exactly. He was an environmentalist through and through. Could be getting grinded on by some bitch, and he just fucking
Nature
all
first.
I care about is the Amazon.
the world's lungs are on fire, and you're riding this dick.
Stop. I didn't buy this.
I'm not losing any money. The forest is on fire.
The forest is on fire,
Only
and
you can
you're doing
prevent
this for
forest
$20.
Pretty soon we won't have any air for you to do this. Do you know why? Because the Amazon is on fire.
Not to dive too much farther into the whole environmentalist thing, but do you know that there are a ton of people that are like completely switching from like forest conservation to just like trying to, in like small subsects, like grow what like the ocean algae is doing? Because the ocean algae like accommodates for way more oxygen production than our actual forests do.
So bringing back more moss, essentially.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
just like ocean algae and shit.
Yeah.
Like seaweeds and whatnot.
That'd be cool.
And there's so much other like moss that you can grow instead
Oh, yeah.
of grass.
Oh yeah.
You can grow purple moss, and
Mm-hmm.
it'd be so cute.
Well, so they're trying to do that in order to, because trying to regrow a forest, it
Takes too long.
It takes way too long. It's on too small of a scale compared to how quickly we're wiping it out and replacing it with non-renewable fucking palm tree, like, or like, not like true palm trees, but like where palm oil comes from, or is that what it's called? I can't remember what it's called.
Canola oil?
No, it's a type of oil that's like, no matter what you do, it's like almost impossible to make it like a renewable source.
Do you mean coconut oil?
No, that
Olive
might
oil?
be it. It might be olive oil. Like it's a type. I think it's palm oil. I think that's what it's called, but it's not a traditional palm tree that you'd find in like California or like Florida.
Okay. Yeah.
Google.
One
I don't know.
second.
Don, pull it up.
Yeah, Don will show us on the
We're gonna be sitting there
on the
talking
screen.
about it for X amount of time. He's just gonna have it like sitting there on the screen, like, guys, question mark. Like, it's right here, question mark. You could stop talking about it, guys.
Your hooligans. He'll probably cut it out.
Maybe. You never know.
When he gets the answer. But I want to
Yeah.
know the answer.
So
I'd love to know
palm
the answer.
oil is an edible vegetable oil that comes from the pulp of an oil palm tree fruit native to West Africa.
The dog.
So is
is
that
Every
drinking
time.
Water.
You can hear it?
Again. Yes.
Okay.
Look
Wow.
at him. Look at his ass.
I can't see his ass. Don's desk is in the way.
I can see his ass.
I actually haven't listened to the
Frustrates
most
me.
recent episode of the podcast. I'm curious to see how Don handled all of the mishaps from Milkman in terms of his name.
Pretty solid.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Just because I like, as I'm remembering it, I'm like, I've gotten to the point now where I'm really good at calling everybody by their call names rather than their actual names in terms of the podcast to make sure that we remain quote unquote anonymous. If you guys watch the channel, you know who we are.
Yeah.
But
not me?
I was gonna say, yeah, I think you and the Void, and what is it? We haven't had Super Saiyan Broly 3 on, have we?
No.
I don't think so. He hasn't been on a single
I think
episode.
we-
No.
I think we can just call him Broly.
Broly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I just call him by his Discord name, Super Saiyan 3 Broly.
You only know us by our gamer tags, if anything.
My gamer tag is Fragrant Midget. So if you
If
look
you
up
find
Nookie
me-
Puss on Steam or Discord
No,
or anything like
you'll
that, you're
fi-
never gonna
no,
find
you gotta
it.
Yeah,
change
like
it.
I do have to
definitely
change it
not
You gotta
now.
change
the
everything to
Creampuff,
that.
though. You probably wouldn't find me on Discord or
Yeah.
anything. So
You could do
y'all
that.
motherfuckers don't know
You're-
what I
I mean,
look
you're
like.
not Captain Daddy though on your Discord or Steam or anything.
No.
But again, if you watch any of the gameplay videos, you know who he is.
you know where I be. You've seen my gamer tag. It's everywhere.
It's
on those
everywhere.
Videos.
Yeah, I
You'd
feel
be a
like
fool not to see
me
those.
And the Void.
Yeah, Creampuff and the Void and Broly. And honestly, I don't think Ace has been involved as much, so it could be almost a toss-up as to who he is. But Milkman, especially considering that's his gamer tag, we've had a few videos with him. He now does streaming and stuff too. Which go check him out on Facebook Gaming because he's starting to do streams of like Rocket League and stuff.
Yo.
Give a quick shout out to Milkman.
Don, slap a link right here.
Don, slap a link. That being said, we know that we've been a little lackluster in terms of our live action food testing videos lately. Not
Whoa.
okay. I apologize. Not lackluster. We've been lacking in terms of producing.
Of luster.
Yeah, of the
Absent.
luster of having live action taste test videos. So we want to reach out again to our audience. We know there's a few of you that always give us your insight as to what we should be doing next. As I'm actually bringing this up, I do believe that we have had a request for the number. It was either a request or Don brought it up, but the number one like breakfast item on each of the fast food places, because that's supposed to like completely encompass like what you could expect out of like their fast food menu or like the best
Their
item on their
breakfast.
fast food
Yeah.
menu.
You mean
or
like the number one meal? Or
no,
just, like,
like
the best
just what the
item?
number one is. Like number one at the like
hey,
in
I
terms
wanna
of
get, like, a
chronological
number one.
order.
Okay, that's what I was
how
thinking
can I
too.
get
Like
that? Yeah,
McDonald's
exactly.
is Big Mac. You got
But
Whopper
Yeah, I
is
figured it
Burger
out, yeah.
King's
Yeah, yeah,
number
yeah.
one.
That would be interesting too. The only problem is I don't like tomato.
Did you
So
know that?
getting something like the Whopper would be a waste on me.
Did
Just
you
take
know
the tomato
that
off.
Burger King used to serve the Whopper for breakfast?
Yep, and it was gross.
I only know that because I used to work there.
Well, and they also used to have and it was a limited time promotion thing. They had the breakfast Whopper, but that was also after they switched everything and made it so like all of their food was like a lot smaller. Because I remember back in like 2011, 2012, you'd go in, you'd be like,
I
"Yo, I
worked
want a
there.
double cheeseburger," and they gave you this fat fucking burger. You only need to have 2 of those. And as a growing like athlete in high school, like 2 of those was fine. Whereas at Little Caesars, I'd take down a whole pizza by myself during lunch. So like that just goes to show that there was definitely some gumption there. And then we didn't go for like 3 months, and then we went again, and like their whole menu was like rearranged and like redone. And you got the double cheeseburger, and it was like a sad little cheeseburger from McDonald's, and it was just like, what the fuck is this?
A dollar burger, pretty much.
Exactly.
I mean, you can get a quarter pounder now from Burger King, and it's basically just like a giant cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but how much is it? That's the thing. Is
I
those
don't know.
double cheeseburgers from Burger King at that point were like $1.50, and they
Yeah,
were
I
big.
remember that
I
when I
want to
was
say
So-
they're
there.
$4.65. I don't know.
They used to have
yeah.
sweet potato fries too, which were really gross. They were so bad. So bad.
I am not as big of a fan of like sweet potato fries or like yams as I'd want to be. But if you do them right, they can be good. Like when we did the fry video, how we were starting to like compare to the different oils and stuff that they were all being fried in.
Yeah.
Like that was really eye-opening. I think it was Burger King and Carl's Jr. were just awful in terms of their oil.
You know who we forgot to add to
Who?
that fry video that I had earlier today? It's KFC.
KFC's
KFC
has
has
fries.
the best fucking fries, dude.
You shut your
Yeah,
goddamn
because they're
mouth.
deep fried
so,
fries.
So good. So
No.
good.
Like they're
I
fried.
refuse to believe it.
Like they're fried
dude,
and
we're
then
gonna have
deep
to
fried
get some
again.
after this just to prove it to you.
Hell no.
They're so good.
We're gonna
Yeah.
do. I'll tell you what. We'll do a best of the best.
We'll have to
we'll
do
do
a V2.
I was gonna say we'll do V2, but we'll do the top compared to the new. So like the Wendy's, because Wendy's won the fries, right? Pretty sure
Yeah,
Wendy's has
Wendy's
won
was
virtually
top
everything
tier.
that we've done so far.
Because their nuggets was great.
Yeah, their nuggets were, dude, they were so good. The seasoning on them, man, it was so great
Wendy's
compared
has
to
really
everyone
good nuggets,
else.
though.
Can't
What?
go wrong with a good nug.
What? Who?
Wendy's?
Wendy's?
Wendy's chicken's so great.
Oh yeah,
Like their spicy chicken sandwich? Mmm.
So,
so
fucking
good.
With
So good.
cheese.
I wish we would have got more of the tenders too, because their tenders are delicious as well.
Maybe we
Dude.
should. Maybe we should just go and get all chicken patties. Just order a
What?
chicken patty from every.
Yo, I just need.
restaurant.
Yeah, can I get your chicken sandwich, but without the bun, without the mayonnaise, and without the lettuce?
Okay,
You
just
literally
chicken
just
patty?
want the chicken
You
patty?
can just
Yeah.
ask for a plain
You
chicken
can-
sandwich.
You can charge me the whole thing. That's fair. Plain with no like condiments or anything. That way, it's like by the time you get it, it would literally you could just peel everything off and it would just be the chicken patty. I thought you meant like go and get like the frozen chicken patties.
No,
and
just-
then like test each one of those out. We should do that. That's another thing we were gonna do. We were gonna do like frozen food taste tests, like frozen like cheap pizzas and stuff like that.
Not DiGiorno, right? Because it's not delivery.
It's DiGiorno.
DiGiorno.
Let's be fucking real.
It's red-
DiGiorno would win in a landslide
I
against
mean-
something like what is it, Tony's, where they're like
What
literally $1 for a pizza.
What about Red Baron?
Yeah, Red Baron is good.
Okay, Red Baron's good, but if you're going for like a true like pizza rather than like, oh, what's the best frozen pizza? Like if you're going for like, hey, what's a great pizza? DiGiorno, in my opinion, even beats out like Little Caesars, and it's frozen.
It definitely beats Little Caesars.
Exactly.
What?
Well, it beats Little Caesars. It beats what's the place across from Little Caesars in that town that is directly to our west? I can't
Man, there's
remember.
so many Little Caesars.
Would we get a take and bake from Papa John's?
Better
Oh,
than Papa
hold on.
John's.
DiGiorno better than Papa. You shut your
Papa-
mouth. Oh wait, Papa Murphy's is what is what you take and bake from Papa Murphy's.
Oh, yeah, you're correct.
Papa Murphy's to me is one of the greatest of all time. I love it so much. Just the grease and the sopping just juice of it all.
That's like when the meat lover one, where it's layered, the meat's inside the crust or whatever.
See, I haven't had that one.
Is that Papa Murphy
My-
or is that John?
My jam is the cowboy from Papa Murphy's. Sausage, pepperoni, mushrooms, black olives.
I
Come.
don't like mushrooms.
Right there, dude. It's so good.
Take the
Don't like
mushrooms off. I do not like mushrooms.
I don't know what it is, but mushrooms are my, like, it's one of my favorite things to use when I cook. It's crazy.
They're
I am
weird.
a slut for garlic when I cook.
That's fair. Well, and not only that, but garlic is such a universal, like, additive. You know, helps bring aroma, helps bring flair,
Well, it
gives you a
always-
bit of spice without being like a seasoning spice.
Weeds out the vampires, man.
Yeah,
It weeds out the vampires.
and you don't have to tell anybody that there's garlic in there because they traditionally will just anticipate that there is. So if anybody asks if there's garlic, you
Vampire.
know they're a vampire, exactly. And then you're like, yeah, do me a favor, go into the bathroom real quick. I'll go with you. Let's see if we can see you in the
See,
mirror.
But you also have to remember, vampires have to be asked to go into your house. They have
Exactly.
to be invited.
But that's why if you just go out somewhere,
But if they fooled you to be just a regular person, you'd invite them anyway when they knock
Exactly.
on the door. You'd be like,
I
"Oh,
was
come
gonna say,
in."
whenever I come in, you're like, oh, hey, what's up? Come on in.
You have a very distinctive knock. I know it's you.
It's because it's the same knock every time. It's musical. It's either In Waves by Trivium or it's 2200 by Veil of Maya.
but
It's
no one
one
else
of those
knocks
two
like
every
that.
time. Yeah, well, and that's why I do it too, is because that way I don't do the. Because that's.
Or the police pounding on the door
I
like
hate,
that
and
one
that's
time.
what I can't stand that. Like
You did it to me.
I wanted to make sure that I did my knock at that point. And you guys were being so loud in that room. Even when I was in the side door trying to get in, you guys were being so loud that you couldn't even hear my normal knock. And so I knock normal, what I had considered normal. I have mad anxiety about knocking on people's doors in the first place. Like, if I don't hear a doorbell when I push a doorbell, somewhere I've never been, it freaks me out. I'm like, oh, God, I don't want to knock. Because I'm always afraid of knocking too. Yeah, they just assume that I'm knocking too loud. So that's why when I knock here, even though it's musical, it's very subtle and silent. You have to really be paying attention to hear if I'm doing it or not.
Just punch my door
since
in.
I always sit next to the door, I know you're here.
Exactly.
Just punch my door in.
I should just walk up to the house and be like, hey! Just try and call out through the
Ding dong!
Yo, motherfuckers, I'm here.
Francine, someone's mimicking the doorbell.
Ding dong.
You brought flowers for Haley.
No, these are my walking petunias.
Also, we've been fuddling around with the idea of doing a live-action B-cut variation of an episode of American Dad.
I'm at the gym enjoying the sights.
If I know Dale, he's at the gym right now working up a sweat.
But Father Bird made me come flying back to the nest like a baby blue jay.
That's
Let's
so
see if
great.
I can find a nice gentleman to test the sturdiness of the changing table in the bathroom.
I have a string of lovers. Jean-Jacques, Henri, Simone. That last one was a girl's name? I forbid it! Hooray!
American Dad lives and breathes within all of us.
I was going to say, in this household especially, American Dad is definitely number one.
For sure.
It's so damn good.
I didn't say Seth MacFarlane should really just stop Family Guy and focus solely on American
seriously,
I mean,
Family Guy's
Family
been
Guy-
running around in a circle for so long now.
They do have some good moments, though. Like,
But it's basically just turned into Seth MacFarlane just talking to himself in the... Like, it's just a bunch of
it
episodes of
is.
Stewie and Brian, so it's just him and
Dad. I was going to say,
just talking to himself.
it's been him voicing most of the characters anyway, and American Dad is hardly him. I think he
does
voices Stan.
and Roger.
He doesn't voice Roger.
Yeah, he does.
yeah, he does. He voices Roger.
I'm pretty sure he voices Roger.
No, Roger's totally someone else.
Here,
It can't
one
be.
second.
I'm pretty sure that Klaus is actually voiced by the guy Klaus that his name was after, who's like a writer or like an executive or something on the show.
Yeah, Roger's
But I
not
think-
Seth MacFarlane.
I'm pretty sure Roger is Seth MacFarlane. Steve is that singer from Australia. Francine is Wendy Shaw.
Schultz?
Shaw. SC.
He is voiced by Seth MacFarlane.
Roger is?
Yes.
That doesn't even... doesn't
But
sound...
that's why it's so great, is because you like with Brian, with Stewie, with Quagmire, with Peter, you can all tell that it's him. But when it comes to Roger, you're just like, really? Like, is that really him?
I didn't know that was him.
Yeah.
There's another fey pansexual non-human.
Another fey pansexual non-human.
Egads, who are you calling fey? I have a son.
Oops, I sharded. Bouncing, vodka Andy Dick. That was our second episode.
What's
We
an
talked
Andy
about it.
Dick?
Yeah, what's an Andy Dick?
How did he get
I wonder
famous?
if this is what baby kangaroos feel like when they're on heroin.
The first time I saw that episode, it was so long ago, but I was stoned out of my gourd, and when I saw that part, I fucking died.
It's hilarious.
Dude, I cried. I was laughing so hard. It was so funny.
You were supposed to leave Andy Dick.
Damn it,
at home.
Andy, can I put you down now?
But I feel so snug, Stan.
I'm gonna save you, Stan. No, I'm gonna save you. No, you're crazy.
You're crazy. You're so crazy.
You're so crazy.
He's getting dragged
Mauled
around
by
by
that
the polar
bear.
bear. They finally drag him up. He's just missing the one leg. Comes up,
back
rips
up.
the other leg off.
Ugh.
Roger, what? Oh, I just had the most terrible dream. Ah! Like moves his little stumps. Roger, I'm bleeding to death. Take me to a hospital.
I'm
Because
supposed
then a
to save
doctor
you,
would
Stan.
save you.
I need to save you to repay the life debt.
I understand too, Haley, but I like it when things are summarized. Can you tell the story? Sure, Mom. See, Dad found Roger when he was in Area 51.
And Roger saved Stan's life. So Stan offered Roger to stay in the house.
Until their leftovers were paid. Yeah, but we all know that Stan totally loves me now and wants me to stay. Nope, it was the life debt. It's always been the life debt. No, I don't know you squat.
No, but it's always been the life debt. I love how you're straight to the point with it.
In a world where vomit comes out of my mouth
You called me 20 minutes ago and told me to pick you up. Stan, I'm drunk and I'm about to get raped. Come and get me. I sound great. I should do voiceover work. In a world where vomit comes out of my mouth.
I was on a
bubbling.
family bender. A family bender. He proceeds to come in with 9 separate families, all in different outfits.
That right there, like, you would have thought, like, the people running the cameras would have been like, who the fuck is this guy? Like,
Yeah, what's
why
up
is he
with this
pretending
child?
to be a different person in every scenario? Like,
Is there just happen to be that many identical twins?
for real.
Or is it really just
Well,
one person?
and that's the thing is, like, even the episode where he's playing Mr. Vanderhill, and then he admits to Steve that everybody in the family has a persona that they can't see through.
Yeah, I was gonna say they describe how his disguises work
Yeah.
pretty much, and his
How-
disguises are so good.
Oh, yeah. But that just begs the question, how did those guys see through it? If his disguises worked that well, how did the guys with the cameras see through the disguises and recognize that it was the same person just dressing up as somebody else different the entire time?
Probably because they're security guards and they've seen a lot of stuff.
They've seen some shit, so they just know he's an alien, but they're like, fuck it.
Well-
It's not the weirdest thing that happens in our park.
They can probably make out same facial
Yeah,
Features.
the
features,
same facial
and they'll
structure.
be like, "Whoa, this is the same guy."
And I mean, no matter like what wig or like what disguise he has a very distinctive fucking head. Like he has a very like pinball shaped head.
Yeah, but when he's telling Steve about who he is,
His
the girl with the
spin the bottle.
yeah, the spin the
date.
bottle, she looks completely normal until they start leaning in for a kiss.
Yeah.
And so that's why I wish they showed like a little bit more about what Roger looks like in some of the disguises
Well, like
versus how we see him.
the episode
That's
with
true.
what's his when he stole the black glove.
Oh,
Sidney Hoffman.
Sidney Huffman.
Huffman, yeah. Like that episode could have been a
One
perfect
of my
one where he's
personas
a
went
human.
AWOL.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Because then it's like,
I don't
who,
partake in the devil's nectar.
well, because then it could have been a twist at the end. Because you're watching a whole episode of people you don't recognize.
Exactly.
Because you're like, who's this Sydney guy? Because it doesn't look like Roger. And at
And it's
the
just
end,
some random guy.
yeah. And then at the end, he takes his disguise off, and then it's like, oh, the audience was fooled by a disguise.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Seth MacFarlane. That'd be
That'd have been great.
$5,000 for that if you use that.
Seth MacFarlane, if you
Ever use that idea in
we're gonna
episode, I'm
hashtag
calling
you
my
in this
lawyers.
episode, and we want you to come on the show.
Yeah, let's talk
Please.
ideas.
Your people needs to get a hold of our people, and
I'll do some voiceovers.
I would love to do some voiceover.
Me too.
I don't normally sound like this. I
Bobby
promise.
He always
wanna-
sounds like
I'm a
this.
little no. I'm a little under the weather. My throat hurts.
There's a penis in his mouth.
Sucking
So.
all
There's a
that dick.
Whole ass dick
This
in
is-
my throat.
There's just a whole ass and a dick in my mouth.
Exactly. It's
mean, that's a
like the
pretty big
Family Guy
mouth.
bit. What is it? Mary in the butt or something?
Weenie in the
Weenie
butt.
in the butt.
No.
Mary in
It's a girl, and it's like a television show that they watch, and it's a normal teenage girl, and then it's literally just
Oh.
an ass. Like it's just a butt, and it like talks
Yeah,
and
and his
everything.
name is like Anus or something.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's in Family Guy.
I'm pretty sure it's in Family Guy. I just can't remember exactly. What episode?
I've been eating.
It's
a
in
lot
one of the
That
earlier
damn
ones.
USB.
I've been eating a lot of these icebreakers. I
Dad?
can't stop.
He's a monster,
Will
guys.
you break my eyes, please?
Eh.
What the fuck?
Oh, I'm
kind of
so
toss was
sorry.
that? Jesus
that,
H.
that was a weak ass toss.
Weak ass tartar sauce. But yeah, let us know down in the comments below what kind of things you'd like to see on our future taste tests. I think we have a couple of ideas that we can run with right now that we have been talking about.
Drop those ideas on
Drop the
social
ideas.
medias.
We'll give you a shout out in the episode whenever we use them. Subscribe to our OnlyFans and our Patreon as well.
We have an OnlyFans now?
They don't exist yet.
They don't exist yet, but we've been talking about them forever.
They're up there. We just
Can I
haven't
just
told.
commit OSHA violations on it?
We just
What? Hold on. What do you mean? Like climb a ladder without a safety harness?
Of course.
We'll just post a video
Dude,
of that.
yeah, of
standing
course.
under a ladder without a hard hat.
No boots.
Going to a construction site without steel-toed boots on.
Open-toed shoes.
Walk in there
with
in
flip-flops.
flip-flops.
I was sitting there, I'm like, what do you mean OSHA violations? And now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that'd be hilarious.
Hanging out the window.
Right.
The only problem is that OnlyFans takes 20%.
That's lame.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Patreon does that.
I still think
Or
we
if
should
they
make a
do,
calendar.
A calendar? Yes.
Oh, I'm 100% down for the calendar.
I think we could
But
easily make a
I
calendar.
think we should wait until Stromboli makes his comeback.
Maybe we should just slowly start throwing Stromboli in little pictures.
We don't
Here
have...
there.
Stromboli hasn't been made yet.
Where is he?
Yeah, where is Stromboli? Where's he been this whole time?
I don't know.
We gotta find him first before we can start throwing pictures of him around.
We have an elusive Stromboli in the wild. Beware of the tall grass.
It's that doggo right there.
We also don't know what his companion's name is yet.
Michael.
No. Because I feel like Michael's Russian accent is going to be way different than Stromboli's.
Like dirtier.
Petrov. We'll just call him Petrov.
His name
No.
will be Gustav.
Korkov.
Cork.
Korkov the pirate. The only reason
Whoa,
I
why
say
is he
that,
a pirate?
The only reason I say that is because I came up with a character a long time ago called Korkov the pirate. And that's where I got my Russian impersonation from.
Sounds
Dude, you
really
gotta
funny.
use him as a Crusader King.
I don't have Crusader Kings.
I thought you did. No,
No.
you had Game Pass. Fuck.
Exactly. I need $5.
You need... You.
Somebody comment down below and let me know that you'll give me $5 for Game Pass.
If you gave this guy $5, he'll do a personal video of him thanking you for $5.
Exactly.
Naked.
Ah, that's up to him.
I will do it naked, but you will have to subscribe to the OnlyFans and Patreon in order to see the full nudity.
Full dog.
But it'll be waist up in the YouTube video,
No, yeah, and the YouTube video is waist up, and the Patreon, it's a camera under the table, waist down only.
which means you can't be there when we film it.
Yeah, no wiener for you.
Only Captain Daddy gets to see the wiener.
I get to hold it.
Dude, would you really?
No.
Oh.
Hey now.
You got me
hey
so excited. I'm just like, bro. Because seriously, imagine waist up. They don't see you or your hand at all. They just think it's a picture or a video of me thanking them. They get to the Patreon. You're just in the bottom corner and you're just holding my dick up
Staring at the
while
camera.
while I'm sitting there. Yeah.
You could even be wearing like a white butler glove to do it.
Yeah. What if you get to like a glowing Michael Jackson glove?
It's all
Bedazzled
shiny.
glove.
Bedazzled and stuff.
Would that be better? You just don't want skin on nut contact.
I'd say maybe that's what it is, just bare nut
See, I'll
to
be
hand.
filming from the
Right.
the waist up,
Smell my hand, be like, whoa,
and
that's
then
weird.
there'll be a curtain so I can't see anything, and then I'll just leave the room for when you get up.
We should do it.
That'll be fine.
Just smell my
Please.
hand. It's got a weird smell. Just smells like nuts.
Smells like the Famunda cheese from last week.
Gross.
Keep your from under cheese and clean your smegma. You gross,
Yeah,
uncircumcised
all you
people.
kids that are listening, clean your smegma, because let's be honest, people don't like that amount of Parmesan cheese on their nuts. They only like it on their meat.
Would you like some more Parmesan?
Parmesan.
Or some more champagne?
Champagne.
You can take the rest of the champagne.
It's pronounced champagne.
Oh,
Champagne.
See, Futurama's another solid banger.
Ugh, love
I fucking
Futurama.
love
I haven't seen nearly as
Futurama.
much of it, but I love that show.
That one, I've done the same thing. I have American Dad in it. I've gone through what's available on Hulu multiple times. And I think they have it all. I think Hulu has all the Futurama.
they do. They have all 10 seasons on there.
And I'm sad
Wow.
it ends on the cliffhanger like it does, because I think they got canceled again. Or non-renewed. Either way. It wasn't the end of the show. But it is the end of the show. And now he's making a show about medieval fantasy things.
What is it? Disenchantment?
Yeah, Disenchantment.
Yeah.
Which
The
is still
first-
really good.
I haven't seen
I
it.
like the first season the best. The second season's pretty okay. And the third season of it is very meh,
There's just,
in my opinion.
to me, it's almost too, like, true story driven rather than, like, overarching, like, stories that happen
Like
that can
multiple
kind of connect.
stories.
Yeah. Like in American Dad, the Golden Turd story. Or,
Spans like 18... I don't know.
well, because it starts when Steve is in, like, joining the Rangers.
Yeah, because
Right
I
when he
think I
runs
can
away.
fly, Steve. I think that's my power.
Mm-hmm.
Close your eyes and believe.
He ends up
I
taking that shit in the bush.
Yeah. Don't
But
go back
then
there, Steve.
I
That's
can't
where
remember
is,
where it
Steve.
appears in the next episode. But then it wraps it up at the Armageddon one.
It appears the next episode after it first appears is when he gets hit by that train because he has a guilty conscience of killing his coworker. Because then the retired cop picks it up, and when the retired cop picks it
Who
up,
gets hit by the train?
the guy who beat his coworker with
Right,
it.
but
Oh,
what
the guys
episode-
from the power company.
I don't know what
Yeah.
episode
Oh,
it is, but that's
yeah.
just the next.
That's what
sequence.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the retired cop finds it.
Because then his wife.
Screw your
poisons-
pension. What about me?
Yeah, what about me worrying about if you're gonna not come home tonight or be ended up in some gutter, face down in the gutter?
I'm retiring tomorrow.
A good cop.
A good cop with a pension.
I was a good cop. I'm gonna go out a good cop. Yeah, and she poisons his drink.
Yep.
And then
I was gonna say the gold aspect really wouldn't yield you too much. It would be the gemstones.
Yeah.
Where you get the real money.
Yeah, but I wonder what value it is if it's gems in gold. Like, what does that do?
Well, considering its own like thing.
Yeah, because it's a
you'd have
solid
to-
turd of gold.
Like in order to figure it out, you'd almost have to dissect all the gold part of it, and
cut it
like
in half.
just to make sure that there's like see if there's any gems inside. So you
Oh,
take all
that
the
is
gems
true.
outside off, you dissect it to see if there are any gems inside, and then you just weigh the gold aspect of it, and then depending on which gemstones or which rubies, emeralds, sapphire, stuff like that, then you'd get your best approximation of what it would be worth. But from the gold aspect alone, it wouldn't be that much because gold bars weigh more than that.
Yeah.
On top of that, those are some big gems. So
Well,
you never know.
They need to do it.
Emeralds, diamonds, sapphires, rubies.
Diamond encrusted poo.
They need to do an episode where they talk more about that. Like he
Yeah.
shits gold. He does it once.
Well,
and then he never talk about
they
it.
use it
It's
as
in
fuel
the-
for the spaceship, so it's gone.
Well, and it's in one episode they make a joke where it's like in the petroglyphs.
No, yeah, that's the story to wrap up that.
Oh,
is
is
they
it?
have to return the gold turd back to where it came by shoving it back up Roger's ass.
Oh, as
the
a
Pope
butt
said
plug.
it.
Yeah. God damn it. Super positive Asian Ryan Chang.
Ryan Chang.
I don't think that's his name, but that's what I'm going with right now.
Super
Oh,
positive.
God damn it,
Asian.
you stupid little... No, that's not who I am.
You're
You're doing great.
Yeah.
You just get stabbed with all 7 of the daggers.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Steve, stop speaking Aramaic.
It's a dead language. I was sprays him with the can of Raid.
He
Falls
curls
off
up
the
like a
garage. What episode is that?
That's when
Oh, they get Nemo.
Jeff and
yeah,
Haley,
when they get Nemo,
they
when
get
Jeff
Nemo.
adopts Nemo from the orphanage.
Nemo. That's Omen backwards. Didn't you name it Nemo?
Did he?
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
name it Nemo.
Sorry.
What
I
an
just
idiot.
couldn't remember the
When
line.
you were talking about the Asian one, it reminded
Jeez.
me of his Shinju Omegawa, the train molester. He brings it up in the Ricky Spanish episode where Mom
Oh.
sings clothes.
Oh yeah.
Ricky Spanish.
Don, put a little thing of Ricky Spanish up there.
Please.
Ricky Spanish.
Just find the little cutouts from the show, of like where he's like kicking that old lady in the ass. There's another one.
Or
He's like-
pushing the elevator closed.
Exactly.
Here, we'll give you another one right now.
Ricky Spanish.
You do what you will with that one, but
But you're welcome.
you're welcome.
Anyone
Seth
who's
MacFarlane,
welcome.
we're tagging you in this bitch. We need you. Please
Come
Please.
work,
boost us.
come work
Also,
with us.
Elon Musk. That'd be really cool if you came too. But that's a few and far between.
He-
Just shout out.
He's fucking up crypto.
He.
I blame it all on him.
You shouldn't.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So his SNL thing was ridiculous because he called Dogecoin a hustle, right? And if you think about it,
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, no.
It's something that has no actual value. There's no game plan. There's no true benefit to having it.
It's not tied to a real thing.
It's an actual hustle. But everyone got freaked out. They didn't understand what he meant compared to what Dogecoin is compared to other cryptocurrencies. So they just sold it all. On top of that, the whales are
Scared-ass
controlling the
bitches.
vast majority of Doge. There's actually some thought processes that Robinhood owns a massive share, like the owner of Robinhood owns a massive share of Doge, and so until they get their own wallet, which is something they're trying to accomplish in their next IPO, they are going to hold on to it, and then once they get that and offer Doge as one of their primary cryptocurrencies to be bought through their wallet, then it's going to skyrocket because Robinhood's the most easily understandable platform.
It really is.
It is, but if you think about it, they're a bunch of fucks because
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
They are dirty fucks.
exactly. But that's why
Okay.
that yeah.
I'm
In terms of the
blaming
Elon
Robinhood.
Musk as well as like what Dogecoin may be doing within the coming months.
Well, I got like 352 of it, so.
352 Doge.
Yeah.
I have 149 Doge.
Let's just hold on to that.
But I have millions of SafeMoon.
Yeah. Hold on to the Doge because even at 142, if that goes into like $50, that's still good change.
Exactly.
Look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin.
But that's the thing is Bitcoin has a purpose.
Well, Bitcoin
It
has a
something
finite
it has-
amount.
and it has something driving it. You know,
Well,
it's actually
yeah.
used for something. And
Yeah,
you
same
know,
with
it's part of
BNB
a
and
true
shit.
blockchain.
You need it to buy other stuff, like Ethereum.
Yeah.
You need Ethereum to gas your other stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, buy your Creampuff. Beans.
Well, and there's a bunch of cryptos that are starting to span off of what Ethereum's doing as well. Like, we talked about it in the group chat, the To the Moon group chat. I can't remember what the names of them are off the top of my head, but there's one of them that is like going to be used for like subcontracting for like small like tasks rather than like small businesses. So like say you like if I went and picked up food that we all collectively wanted, then you guys could pay me using that crypto because it uses a subcontract rather than needing to go through like a bank or like cashing it or something.
Do you
That's a
take
very layman's terms way of describing it.
Do you
but-
take NFTs?
Yeah.
I know
Exactly.
nothing about
It-
stonks.
Stonks.
Captain Daddy does all of our stonks.
Stonks make my brain hurt because I look at them and be like, ooh, red bad.
When I was like that week or two when I was super into it, I went to bed every night. My head was fucking killing me because there's just so much information, and the more you find out, the more you realize you don't know anything.
The more it
It's the
seems
worst.
complicated. It's like, I guess I really didn't get anything out of this.
Mm-hmm. You go to bed thinking you're making a difference in your own financial life, and then you wake up the next morning and see you're in the red. You're like, what the fuck did I do?
I thought I made good choices.
I thought I
I
made
did
good
the
choices.
research. What the fuck?
Yeah, you just went fast enough. What you thought was the dip was just the beginning of the dip.
Hmm. And then when you were gonna buy again, you realized, oh, it's already gone up within the last 2 minutes that my thing hasn't refreshed, and it's gone back up to the original point in which I sold. So
You
I have
bought-
no profit margin.
Or you may have bought at the high point, thinking it was just going to go higher,
Just gonna
and then
go
it goes
higher.
down.
Just
So
like, I mean, it's not exactly what I did with Doge, but I bought at a point where I thought I was just going to continue climbing from, and that's like its consistent hold point right now. So I'm just sitting on the same amount of everything that I've invested into that. But I'm not mad, you know. I got
I
the initial
gambled.
well, I got the initial investment from Robinhood just for signing up. So I didn't spend any money, and then I made a little bit of money from Doge when I initially got it from just buying and selling right out of the gate. And then I used that money to invest into SafeMoon. And SafeMoon is still fucking on the floor in terms of its value. So,
we need to get into the billions.
yeah. Oh, man.
Like if we get a billion safe moon.
Well, a billion SafeMoon at a cent a share,
That's exactly.
that's thousands of dollars.
No, that's millions of
I know,
dollars.
I know.
That's thousands of
wanted-
dollars.
I just wanted to prove that when I have kids, we're both going to be sitting at the kitchen table crying over math.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna look at
Same.
them. They're gonna look at me and be like, "Hey, can you help me with my math?" And be like, "No, you're on your own."
Exactly.
You're on your own,
When it
kid.
comes to homework, that is the exact kind of parenting style I'm going to adopt. I'm going to be like,
Figure it
I'm sorry,
out.
you're learning this currently. This is up to you to figure out how to use it and use it appropriately and do it the way that you're being taught.
Well,
I
then,
feel like, just so you know, I failed math.
when I understand my parents now too, the time between when they went to school and when they had kids who's in that same school they were in or the same grade, could be totally different teaching.
It's yeah. Well, and
I don't freaking know.
a good friend of mine growing up, he had a little sister, like, I think he was like anywhere between the ages of like 8 and 11 when his parents had her.
Oh, okay.
And
So good
this is
age difference.
Yeah, good age gap. And granted, this specific context is different because she went to a charter school versus a public school, but they learn the ABCs completely differently compared to how we learned it.
Backwards?
No,
Oh.
it's just a completely different song.
Oh.
And it doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's not catchy. There's
What?
nothing to it that no rhyme or reason. And so that alone, the fucking alphabet is different. You're telling me that math down the road, well, and they're starting to do like the cross hatching like Chinese math method in terms of like simple
I
like
hate that.
multiplication and shit or
I
like
see
addition.
videos of
Oh,
people
man.
talking about that. It's like, how is that
Like,
simple?
I get like if you remember the formula, sure. Is it quicker? Fuck no.
No, it's
But
not.
in terms of like, let's say you have a massive math equation that has a lot of those, and as opposed to needing to remember how to do all that and like just immediately draw from the information that you have after doing math all day,
Right.
you just remember the formula, so you just draw it out. So I get why it's being implemented for ease of use and for like future proofing, being able to accomplish like harder and harder math problems.
And on the fly, too. You can just do
But
it
yeah,
quicker.
but in terms of like quickness compared to how we learned it, how fast we were at like solving that stuff,
No.
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. Because if you look at it, Ace, he's a software developer, right? He tells me all the time that like 70% of his job is just Googling shit.
Yeah.
It's
Does
like,
not
I don't have to
surprise me.
remember how to really do any of it. I just Google it and figure it out. And then I just remember it after doing it so many times. I'm like, dude, that's all the world is anymore.
That's all it
You don't
is.
really need to teach shit.
The world is nothing but repetition. If you do something enough times, yeah, you'll be great at
Exactly.
it. 'Cause
We're
you've
all
done
water,
it.
Steve.
We're all water, Steve. Our bodies are 70% water. We're all water, Steve.
If you like water, you already like 72% of me. Ha, 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 ha.
So
I
lame.
hate that Tinder bio.
Bosom.
Makes me want to... Bosom.
Bosom.
I think they forgot about the bosom thing. They did. Don't bring it up. I won't. Bosom.
In the sweet bosom of America.
Bosom. We... Bosom. The
I want
bosom?
to do it too. Mom has
I'll
a
take
butterfly
bosom.
scarf that's just gorgeous.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. I love that one.
See, a gay would have checked his hands like this. A Republican would check it like this. What's the
Why,
trolley?
thank you, Esteban.
Aha!
The gays are getting to you.
The gays. We shouldn't be hating the gays. Wait.
Hate we use on the gays is hate we could be using for the Democrats.
They didn't choose to be gay,
But
but they chose to be Republicans.
Democrats.
But they did choose to be Democrats, yeah. I just like musicals. What the trolley?
Clang, clang, clang. Goes the trolley. No, wait. I just like musicals. And this is how
We
you
like
can check
packing-
to see if a woman's gay. Pants.
Pants. We like packing fudge and heat.
Have
Thank
you
for
met
making
Hot
my failure
Andrew?
more festive.
Eva Longoria is a client and a close personal friend. Our skin looks so toned,
Where'd you get all this
but
confetti?
we still go for the bone. These pants make you slim.
I can't remember that whole song.
That's so good.
Oh yeah, but budget cuts taxing
We like each other's butts
Ding, ding,
and big ol'
spending
spending
cuts,
cuts.
dude.
We like to pack fudge and heat.
It's just some gun
Big ol'
sitting on a thing of
ivory
fudge.
candles.
Yeah.
Well, what are scented candles?
Hip hooray. We're red and we're gay.
I love those.
I
I love those
Let's
guys.
go have a spa day.
You're a Republican? They're the people who tell us that we can't get married. Yeah, and right now I'd like to send them a big old thank you letter.
They don't thank you from the body factory.
Wow, what's their
What
name
are you
now?
doing out here? Heath Ledger has a head cold. That's why he's wearing a sweater. You took a limousine to go do a report on dolphins at the zoo with Stan?
Heath Ledger has a head cold. That's why he's in a sweater.
This is their little
fucking
French
love
bulldog.
this too, yeah.
Oh my god.
What are
Just
they?
sit
It's
there.
Greg. Yeah, Greg and Terry.
Yeah,
Jesus,
Greg and
that's,
Terry.
That's the name.
Do you know what they are? They're reporters, Francine.
Members of the liberal media.
But you like Brent Hume, don't you?
You know damn well I like Brent Hume.
Is Roger doing a thing? Oh, Roger, start over again. I missed it.
Behold, my first pube.
Oh, no.
I can't do it again, man. I'm gonna move to my mom's. I don't know.
I'll go back to prison. I don't care.
What do you mean this is as big as they're gonna get?
What do you mean every month?
He's crying in the corner.
It's time. It's my birthday. 1600. 16 double bagel.
The big old 16 double bagel.
Look how high my tushy is in the air.
Just checking out my pow pow.
Pow, pow.
That's right.
Did anyone bet me how many washcloths I could fit up my butt? Too late. 29.
17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
17. He's under the chair the whole time.
Oh,
this
like a
is
Clorox
just filthy
wipe
under here.
dispenser.
You never clean under here at all, do you? Wish I had a. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, another. These just keep coming out like a Clorox dispenser. That's great.
Oh,
Can we make this a game? I want to be Colton. Oh, I can't remember the last name he gives it. Space Captain. Okay, Colton. You just had a long day of space pirating and you want some lemonade. Don't tell me what to do.
Intergalactic iced tea.
I'm off my meds.
I'm off my meds.
I immediately saw the scene when you
And
said
this bright blue wig.
yeah. As soon as you started talking to
Okay,
Francine.
Colton. She's like babying him. I'm off my meds.
Does it say, do you have caller ID? Does it say, maybe you should check before you call me and not use your phone?
And not use your cell phone?
Roger Stan doesn't care.
I'm pretty sure he's saying the same thing to you as he's saying to me. No, we're each getting our own personal messages. Here, adjust your pot. What's he saying? Is he saying, we have caller ID?
Maybe don't use color ID.
See, look, I've been background dancing this whole time and I haven't drawn any focus. I am awesome.
It just drops down the
Slides
chimney.
back down the chimney.
See, gotta stay relevant but not draw attention.
We really should have
Bring me
spaced out your
Steve.
shots.
God damn it. We really should have spaced out your shots.
Yeah, there's new ones on TV.
Is this the smart group of nerds? 50-50. 50 plus 50 equals 100. And that's exactly what we'll do. 100 shots of beer. Only 10 more to go. Takes a drink, vomits, passes out.
Only 10 more to go. Yeah, the new episodes on TBS look great, but I only see the ads on Focky Book and whatnot.
Fuck you, book.
Fuck you,
Fuck you,
book.
Zuckerberg.
Focky Book.
We'll hashtag you too. Fuck Zuckerberg. Fuck the Zuck.
I know you can't see it, but we're hashtagging pretty
We're
hard
hashtagging
right now.
in the air right now. Hashtag fuck the Zuck.
Fuck
We're gonna
Zuck.
get that started.
Zuck fuck.
Zuck fuck.
Get on down for a good old Zuck fucking.
Give me that Zuck fucking. He admitted he wasn't a human anymore.
Well, Creampuff, I think that's where we'll end the episode.
Creampuff, it was a blast having you on. As
It's always
always.
a pleasure to be on with you guys.
Sorry we took off with our crypto for a hot second.
That's okay. I just sit here and I pretend to know what you're talking about.
Believe me, everyone that I talk to about crypto, that's exactly what they do too. So no worries.
They're just like, yeah.
But that's why we have the group chat.
Right?
So we
That's true.
can.
We keep in the loop with each other.
Exactly.
I have
Even though
whole
Ace knows
faith
way more.
in Captain Daddy. I tell him that I trust him. I'm like, you know what?
She
You
doesn't.
have great more knowledge than I do.
I
She don't.
just listen. If I'm being honest, a lot of the times I listen to Ace because he does the research. Like he actually looks into it and he like takes a very serious stance on it and he like dives in way deeper. I tried and I did it for like 2 weeks or so where I like was really about like figuring out all these companies and everything.
Yeah.
That's a whole different mindset to have to want to do that every day
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a
rather than
commitment.
just a quick infatuation.
It's a goddamn commitment. But we'll talk about that commitment another time.
We all have commitment issues.
I guess.
Speak for yourself.
I am speaking for myself.
I
That's why I
guess,
said
I
we.
guess we'll catch you guys next time or next
Hasta
week.
mañana.
And like Nookie Puss said at the beginning, don't forget to like, sub, and subscribe. Hit the
Do
bell.
it.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications. Follow us on Spotify and Twitter.
And Twitter. I hate that commercial.
I hate that commercial.
But goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.